And welcome back everybody to a Let's Play of... Wait a minute, is that a nostalgic title screen? Sonic and miles tails per hour in... Sonic the Hedgehog 2 for the Sega Genesis. If anybody remembers, I did say that my new series was going to be on the Sega Genesis, and here comes, at last, Sonic 2 for the Sega Genesis, like I keep saying over and over again. This has been, I'm going to probably say, it's my most favorite Sega game of all time, and it's definitely my most favorite Sonic game, comparing to Sonic Adventure 2. In this particular run, I will not be collecting any of the Chaos Emeralds. The reason is because I wanted to give that feeling of a first playthrough, and because the game is already so easy without Supersonic. But yeah, wow, 40 seconds already done the first level, and what, the world record for the first level was what, 11 seconds? Yeah, definitely no speedrunner, but you know what, I am not completely a dim firefly in this game, because I know how to... Okay, yeah, good job about talking your skills when you just got hit by a robot. But anyways, yeah, I haven't played this game for a long time, and actually one of the main reasons that I chose this game is not only it's one of my favorite, Sega Genesis games of all time, but I actually really want to have fun with this game, because yeah, it's fun as hell. Dun, 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 and the epic boss theme of the century is game. Everybody knows about this. Yes, they do. Okay, I'm going to stop singing so you guys can hear the song for once. And the first Dr.Robotnik machine is down because he is that easy of a first boss. If you get him to one hit left, and if he goes off the screen, he will come back and shoot the drill, but oh my goodness, that is so hard to do. I mean, there is a button that jumps. It's quite very hard because my thumb loves to malfunction and the bones like to... Oh, never mind. I'm not going to talk about that. Anyways, we're on the second zone of Chemical Plant Zone 1. Well, not really a zone, but a section, a chapter, or whatever. Whatever you want to call it. A Sonic run-through. Mr. Blue Spike's Red Shoes McGee world. Yeah, sure. Whoa, that was very close on hitting those guys. But yeah, so let me talk about a little bit more about the Chaos Emeralds thing again, just for a quick sap. Not collecting any of them in this run. I might do another Sonic 2 run, perhaps, about me collecting them, but it's obviously going to show me going through the courses rather than going through the levels and showing them, because I already presented the levels, so you should know what the levels look like by now. And then when I present if I decide to show the Chaos Emeralds and the minigame that you have to play in order to get them, I'll show each of the 7 ones that you have to go through, because there are 7 Chaos Emeralds to collect in order to get not only to unlock Supersonic, which completely breaks the game when you have 50 rings, but because we all know that 50 rings in a level is so hard to get. But you also get an alternate ending, which if you haven't played this game to death or have absolutely no idea, because you missed out on this absolutely masterpiece of a genre. Nostalgic sounds. If you missed out on such a nostalgic era of video games, then sometimes this block sections, they will appear right when you rise up from the other bridge, and you need to be really careful because it will squish you and kill you. Also, if you just noticed, before I went up on the bridge that raised me up, there was 2 TVs down there. There was an invincibility and a ring box. Yes, they can be useful to grab, but the only way to get back up is to use the what I call the Sonic feet springboards, because they look like Sonic feet in my honest opinion. But the reason why I don't want to go down there is because the control's so finicky. At times, it'll allow you to jump high enough to reach where you want to go, and sometimes it won't. And then by the time, and usually by the time I get up there, the invincibility ran out, and I wasted enough time as it is. So yeah. And here's one of the dreaded parts that a lot of people have in their childhood, is this section right here, because water rises out of nowhere and claims your life. But if you were me, you can successfully skip that whole part without even touching the water once. And actually, there is a little... Wow, trickery of the greatest to see. Okay, fine. This is a great excuse to show off. This... Hi-ho, Silver, away! And I'm back up here. So yeah, if you ever do get plunged down there, don't panic. There is a very easy way to get back up here and cheat the whole level way. So I showed you the normal way and the shortcut way, so I guess I succeeded in both those things. Also, don't take the red spring. It usually results in death. And if you do fall down here, remember that there is always a friend in underwater. Except that I think that's the only one down there. There's also another pit where it does look like it's an instant kill, but it's not. It actually leads to extra life. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, say hello to the weakest boss ever. And I'm not sure what that little lag was there. I guess I was destroying Robotnik so badly that worlds collided, and yeah. And by the way, yes, I do call him Dr. Robotnik. I don't call him Eggman. Why? Well, I was exposed to Dr. Robotnik first, and personally to me, Dr. Robotnik sounds a lot better than Eggman. An extra life and an extra canoe, just in case I do so badly in the future. And here we are with the third section, Aquatic Ruin. This level is all about Sonic's weakness, which is water, because we all know that the Blue Spikes Red Shoes McGee doesn't like the water. Well, it's not so much that he doesn't like the water, it's just that he's really, really terrible into the water. Because first of all, he likes running into Grounder lookalikes. No, that's not Grounder. It looks like Grounder, but it's not. Well, at least I don't think so. Anyways, first of all, Sonic can't swim. He can't swim out of the water, so he has to walk in water. And yes, I mean it. He walks in water. He doesn't run, he walks. That's how slow he is. Third thing, he's not Mario. He drowns. Well, actually, no. Mario in future generations can drown-ish? Well, in 64 I know he drowns, but did they give him... Yeah, they gave him an air meter in Galaxy, okay. Yeah, so back then Mario was invincible to water, but no longer. But Sonic has always been weak to water. Well, you know, no Black Mage is going to cast water on him. But they will put him in a tank, in an aquarium, and Sonic will have a hard time getting out of it, hopefully, to Dr. Robotnik's appeal. Now, if you have already noticed, there are Dr. Robotnik's faces on most of these pillars. They will shoot arrows. They will start blinking red when you approach them, but when you're still behind them. And when you get a little ahead of them, a little distance ahead of them, they will shoot the arrow and try to kill you. Because, well, I don't know about you guys, but I think arrows kill when they hit people right square in the head. And hopefully this does not take me to... No, I do not want to go down there. If you miss those two pendulum platforms that I took in the very beginning of the level, you're going to have a very nice time dealing with an entire water segment. Yes, pretty much the entire level turns into you walking in water and dealing with quite a numerous amount of enemies and dealing with the ever so approaching threat of drowning. Now this boss is interesting because you have to use his own... I do not know how I did not get hit by that, but I'm taking it for what it is. You have to use Dr. Robotnik's own weapon against him, and the interesting is, those bird totems, when he strikes the hammer on the top one's head, you know where the arrow is coming out from, because the bird, who will shoot the arrow, his eyes will pop up like, oh, hey, that hurt! Don't do that ever again! So yeah. And also, you can do the technique what I just did, and which I was pretty... I did pretty good at, which that if you hit him, if you jump at him and hit him, you get enough oomph to get sent back, and you're able to, you know, get back on the totem and kill him again, or hit him again. And this is considered this is considered by my brother his favorite level of the entire game, and I can't see why I would hate it either. It definitely is sort of like a labyrinth because there are multiple paths to take, But this stage is extremely fun because, well, yeah, there's a whole lot to do. There's so much interaction with this level. It's really involved because there's so much lights and there's so much just life in this level. It's just really, you know, exciting to see, you know, so much diversity in the levels of radioactive burgers. No, not radioactive burgers, but so much diversity in Sonic's worlds. But anyways, what my brother would do all day is to sit at the slots that, oh, hold on, let me demonstrate this one right quick. This is just a little miniature slot. It just gives you a whole bunch of 100 points. There's another one where there's three pictures above the slot. If you enter that one, you enter a lottery slot drawing. Depending on what you get, it depends on how many rings you get. If you lose rings or if you gain a whopping amount of rings. And it's also an extremely easy way to get Supersonic if you just keep going through the slots. But yeah, my brother would be doing that all day, and sometimes I will be too, because we all know, well, no, we all don't know. I'll explain it. I was raised a kleptomaniac thanks to Crash Bandicoot and Mario and all those good platformers of the back day. Well, I think I want to cut it off here, and we got through Act 1 of Casino Night, and I'll see you in Part 2. Peace, see you the next time.